Hello everybody, and welcome back for more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. Now that we have caught all the legendaries plus Celebi, and so therefore the legendary hunt is over now, there's just one more thing to show up before we head over to Mount Silver, and that is that we're going back to the Pokemon League, and what's going on? Oh, look who it is! Hello there, FuckBag. I see you're want to probably rematch me once more. Okay, well, I guess we'll just do one more rematch. I mean, might as well, because, you know, it's just probably last time I'll ever get to see your sorry-ass face here. So, anyway, so this here is an optional battle against your rival, FuckBag. And you can only do this on Mondays and Wednesdays if you go to the Pokemon League in the Indigo Plateau. And once you're about to get to the stairs, DD4, then he'll come to you, and then he'll challenge you to one more rematch. And, you know, like I said, it's optional, but it's good for some experience. So anyway, so yeah, he's back, and he's using the champion theme. Starts off with Sneasel, and has moves Quick Attack, Screech, Feint Attack, and Fury Cutter. I can't exactly remember if he's using the same exact moves they used from the last battle, or if he's learning new moves, but he actually, there's a little bit of difference in his for his team. And next up, he has his Feraligatr, which is just the second one to go for. That was going to be the last one, so Feraligatr has moves Surf, Rain Dance, Slash, and Screech. So yeah, this is basically like, you know, as where he's at his strongest here, where like his teams are just the absolute strongest. So I mean, if you have the same exact, or if you just still have the same type matchups against them, then, you know, like I said, you should be fine. But definitely like the hardest rival battle there is. So, and then next up is Magneton, which has moves Thunder, Sonic Boom, Thunder Wave, and Swift. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't really have this move called a Lock-On, which, I mean, Magneton can learn, and I think it's a thing. Yeah, that's right. It is in Gen 2, which I guess he could have used for Thunder because Thunder has very low accuracy. So I guess he could have used that, but no, he just went over those same kind of moves, and just one shot of Earthquake. Then just goes down because of Magneton being quad weak to ground. Unfortunately for Magneton here, because since it's part Steel type. Whereas originally it was a pure Electric type back in Gen 1, so... And then next up is Alakazam, has moves Recover, Future Sight, Psychic, and Reflect. I never got to mention, like, when we battled FuckBag in Mount Moon, the only difference is that he actually fully evolved his Kadabra and Haunter into Alakazam and Gengar, respectively. So, yeah, I forgot to bring that one up here. I guess I was just so busy with, you know, just saying how his team was saying, but... And then next up, Crobat. Yeah, that's right, folks. So that's kind of difference I was talking about. Yeah, he now has his Golbat has now evolved into Crobat, which I guess signifies his supposed character development, where he learns to treat his Pokemon nicely. And it actually shows because of his you know, Golbat evolves to Crobat if it reaches a high level of friendship. And so there we go. So yeah, that's basically a highlight of his character growth with his Golbat evolving to a Crobat, even though he's still an ass. So. Anyway, Crobat here has moves Toxic, Bite, Confuse Ray, and Wing Attack. I think Toxic's a new move that I just learned, and it can also be pretty tough and especially very speedy, because, you know, that's how Crobats usually are. So yeah, no, like I do see that that with his Golbat evolving to Crobat, I mean, he's at least treats his Pokemon nicely, but either way, he's still an asshole. And, you know, I know some of you guys will probably think, like, I don't know, maybe I don't really like jerk rivals very much. I mean, you know, not that I'm exactly against, you know, like rivals that are kind of a douchey. And as a matter of fact, as far as rivals go, if you were probably asked, like, you know, what would be my absolute favorite rival, I would say Blue. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not really out of a nostalgia bias or anything, but I do think Blue actually sums up best for, like, in terms of rival, like, you know, in terms of being a jerk rival. Like, you know, he actually seems jerkish, but he at least gives you a motivation to actually want to be better than him. Like, you know, with him being a few steps ahead of you, he might rub it in your face, but, you know, at least he still gives you motivation. So he actually does some best with being a rival. Silver, on the other hand, well, or FuckBag in my case, well, he's just a dick. And probably something we'll never see again until Gen 8, where we have Beat, and, well, that guy's an asshole. So yeah. And I mean, not that I'm against friendly rivals or anything like that, but just as long as they're very well written, which I would say that Gen 5 actually does some best for good friendly rivals. And I would say, like, with Gen 9, I will say is also very well written. But anyway, so yeah, now there's a FuckBag, and also I didn't mention, or didn't talk about Gengar. Has moves Mean Look, Curse, Shadow Ball, and Confuse Ray. So yeah, Shadow Ball you want to watch out for. So anyway, so yeah, that was it. So that was the last battle against FuckBag, and so our last we see him. So we want to get Sim, and then let's figure out just to go and show it off because like I said, it's an optional battle, and he can only be battled on Mondays and Wednesdays. But you know, I figured I'd just go ahead and show it off just you know, as one final challenge before the final episode. Speaking of, now that that's out of the way, it looks like we're pretty much done with everything to show off. Like, there's nothing more to show off in Johto. Like, I already did the Battle Tower, the SS Aqua we can do there, and then we caught every single one of the legendaries, and plus Celebi, which we lucked on that one because, you know, we were able to catch Celebi. So yeah, we're done with everything, and now FuckBag's been defeated for the last time. And that was the last we see of him because, you know, since this playthrough's coming to a close. And speaking of, now that everything's done and over with, I'd say that we are definitely ready to head over to Mount Silver. And then that's where our the final episode of this LP will be. To do so, we're actually going to go and take this longer path because this ride did not show up when we were in Kanto. So we go west over to Viridian City and to this route here. Because that was the route to get to the Indigo Plateau in Gen 1. It was also where you fought Blue before the Pokemon League, you know, well, the penultimate match against him. And so, you know, I figured show him off here, but, you know, it's practically empty now because there are no items, no other trainers, because, you know, there's nobody to challenge you there, so, yeah, it's just empty, so... Anyway, so let's head over to the western side, and now that's open to us, and so we are now in Route 28. And so, I'm just gonna go and explore a bit here, because, you know, that's actually what I was doing, you know, with the other routes, was just, exploring here a bit, because you may never know, because, you know, if there's some items there or some invisible items, because, you know, it's always best to check around each area to make sure, like, you know, if you see some kind of land where it looks empty, but, like, you know, it looks suspicious enough to actually hide an item, then, you know, might want to check there, because you never know, could be some kind of good item at the very least, so... And as we go along, and now we are in Silver Cave. Well, they call it Silver Cave in the game, but it's actually Mount Silver they're going to. And by the way, folks, whereas Route 28 is in Kanto, once we go into the area for Mount Silver, it's actually in Johto. So if you just go to the Pokegear, you'll just see you're actually back in Johto, where Mount Silver would be. And so, yeah, we're actually getting pretty close here. But I'm gonna just take a little more time to explore this place, because, like, there's just a few more items to go to, and also one little house that we actually did go past, but I just want to go in there at the very least to see what's in there and see what's going to be given to us. So anyhow, I guess there's not really that much to say at this point because, you know, after having covered everything here, there's a little Pokemon Center here for us if we ever want to heal our Pokemon, because, yeah, this lady here is talking about Mount Silver, so, which, I mean, more on that once we actually get to the video, because, you know, to those of you who would probably already guessed, yeah, this is the penultimate episode of this Let's Play, because I did say that, Mount Silver is where the final episode of this Let's Play is going to be, so we'll end all things off, because it's the final dungeon of the game, it's where our final challenge is. And so, back over here, there's this house right here, and this girl here. So you just got this Firo. Sounds familiar about her. Oh dear, you found me. Please don't tell anyone about me. I'll give you this for keeping my secret, please. And we got TM47. So if you actually recognize from her dialogue here, this is actually the same girl who gave you the HM for Fly that's over in the house in west of Celadon City. That same girl actually relocated over to, well, I guess probably the best place to relocate over, because, I mean, nobody goes over there. Because, you need all 16 badges, because it's where, like, there's a bunch of tough Pokemon there. She gave us a TM for Steel Wing, which we don't really need, though, because Aerosmith already learned Steel Wing. But, of course, if you have a regular Flying-type Pokemon that can only learn through TM, then, you know, it's the best way to go for. If you ever want some Steel-type coverage, and, you know, it's a pretty good move to have, especially for Flying types. But especially more so for Skarmory, and that's the reason why that I just, that I wanted to have a Skarmory on my team, because, you know, I love Skarmory. I love its design. You know, it's a great Pokemon to use as well. And get this rare candy to Iwata here. Unfortunately, he still doesn't learn Flamethrower. Spoiler warning, he never learns Flamethrower in this Let's Play, because I actually did run my Pokemon, because because before I started the final episode, I actually went ahead and did some off-screen grinding until, well, we'll talk about that once we get to that episode. But the thing with Mount Silver and also the roof surrounding it, this is actually where the strongest wild Pokemon are. They're in their level 40s and whatnot. Around this area, like in the like during the daytime, you'll run into like Doduos, Dodrios, and Rapidashes, but during the nighttime, you'll encounter some Golbats here and there. So, anyway, so going and end things off here, and so next time on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal, and therefore the finale, we are going to enter through this cave. We are going to enter Mount Silver and climb up the mountain, and then we will see what kind of final challenge awaits us. So, join me for the final episode. We are just about almost there, folks. So, I will see you guys next time.